Good morning, everybody. It's Angie Atkinson, and we are here for our little coffee break this morning. I have my coffee. I hope you do too. And let's get to talking. So, while I'm pulling up my chat, let me just remind you that my name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. All right. So while I'm doing this chat, pulling up the chat thing so I can say hello to everybody, I want to tell you a couple of things, a couple of announcements. First of all, I have been asked by several people to help them with their careers, which I know is weird because that's not what I do for a living officially. But people have asked me, and I've written on it before, people have asked me, how do they follow their passions? How can they make money at home? How can they do all these things? And what it all comes down to is I have another channel, and it is for people who specifically want that. I used to put it on this channel, and I think it annoyed everybody. So I created another channel. You can see that from my this channel. If you go over to this channel, you'll be able to see the featured channels, and it's the one called Empath Entrepreneur. All right. So if you're interested in learning how I do what I do and make money without having to leave my house, subscribe. But no pressure there. The other announcement is kind of embarrassing. And before I make that one, I'm going to say hello to everybody. All right. So let's do that. Scroll back up here. Okay. Good morning, Donna Doherty. Welcome back, my love. Arlene Robertson says she's here on the road. Well, hello, Arlene. Safe travels, my friend. Ms. Jamie B is also on the road on her way to Kansas. She says, good morning, Angie. Good morning, Jamie B. And Malta says, good morning, everybody. Jillian says, hey, I think. Huh? Emily Driftwood says, hey, everybody. Hey, Emily. Welcome back. Welcome back. And by the way, welcome back, Jillian and Malta as well. Allison, the boss lady in the house today. Allison is new. Good morning, Allison, and welcome. I'm happy to have you. She says, good morning. Jamie B says, hey, Malta. Breon says, good morning, Angie, and I'm thankful for all of my healing process. I love it. Oh, good morning, Angie, and all. My bad. Good morning, Breon. I'm so happy, so happy to hear about it. I'd love to hear more about it. If you'd put it in the chat here, that would be great. Really would help to encourage other survivors. Let's see here. Phyllis in the house. Hello, Phyllis. Welcome back. Jillian says, haha, hello. Hi, Jillian. Donna Doherty says, hello, Malta. Hi says, hi, new here. Hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome. Happy to have you. Donna Doherty says, welcome. Okay, I found it. I couldn't find my little chat draggy thing. Let's see here. Malta says to Jillian and Jamie B, good morning. Malta says, good morning to Donna. Oh, Jamie B's going to be in St. Louis Saturday. Girl, you need to let me know some details about this. Please hit me up on Facebook. Are we friends on Facebook? If we're not, email me, angyyatkinson@gmail, and we're going to talk about that. I would love to meet up with you for coffee on Saturday. Girl, come on. All right. Morning all, says Sue Gable. How are you, Malta? Hi, Angie. Seriously, when does Angie stop? She's an angel. Well, I don't know when I stop. I stop whenever, we'll see. Timothy says, good morning, all. Hoping everyone is having a narc-free day. Well, I certainly am, unless you count a mortgage company that's trying to... Anyway, that's another story. All right. Jennifer Barnes says, good morning, all. Good morning, Jennifer, and welcome, my friend. I don't know if I can't recall if I've seen you before here, but I'm happy to have you as part of our tribe. Oops. Malta says, I'm great, Sue Gable. How are you doing? Donna Doherty says, thanks you two to Timothy. Did I say hello? Oh, Timothy Geiser says hello. Oh, yeah, I said that. Hey, Timothy, how you doing? I'm a little tired this morning. Let's see here. Sandra Jackson says, so grateful for your videos. They've helped me a lot. Thank you so much. I'm grateful that you told me that. It means a lot to me to hear that. Helps me to know I'm on the right track. Thank you very much, Sandra Jackson. I can't talk today. Rose Hargrove is back. Hey, Rose, welcome back, honey. She says, good morning, Angie. I've been thinking, and I'm going to try to make my life better in any way I can. I need to take responsibility for my life and peace. That is beautiful, my friend, and I totally agree. It's going to get better quick now, because now that you decided that, you have set in motion the energy path that you need to bring that to you. So I want you to pull that into yourself, and I want you to really put your arms around it and hold it and love it and make it your own, my friend. It is beautiful. I'm so proud of you. That is excellent. Excellent news. And Ms. Jillian says, love you guys, everyone. Oh, Jillian, you know how much I love you. You are amazing, and I always appreciate you so much, and I'm sure everyone else does too. For those of you who don't know, Jillian is one of my co-author in my most recent book, one of them, and she's also an attorney who deals with family stuff, and one of the good ones, I think, because she understands stuff that a lot of attorneys don't. So Ellen May says, I've been in contact with my husband for a while now. Oh, no contact with my husband for a while now. Awesome, Ellen May. She says, he has things in the garage. I'm not comfortable to talk to him to come get his belongings, and I don't want to be here when he comes for it. Well, don't be there. I suggest that you send him a certified letter, tell him the date that it will be available, and have someone there who isn't you to facilitate the obtaining of the property. Keep it all very businesslike and above board. I don't know where you live, but I think in some cases the police will even come and assist him in getting that stuff out. So keep that in your back of your mind, and let me know your thoughts. Before I continue, I just want to tell you, let me know if you want to know my second announcement. It's a little embarrassing, but I want to have a place in the chat for it. So tell me right now if you want the next announcement. And if you do, I'll give it to you when I see it in the chat. All right? Okay. Avon. Hey, Avon. Welcome back, honey. She says, hi, Angie. Hey, something weird happened to me. I just had a year away from her and spent 2 days crying. I wasn't expecting that. Well, you know what? I think... Are you back with her? But I think in general, you know, you can kind of expect to have those moments here and there as you go through the process, because, you know, there are so many different layers to these relationships. There are so many different levels. And so once you get through the initial, okay, well, I'm used to not living with that person anymore, then you have to go through the, you know, sometimes you go through anger, sometimes you go through depression, sometimes you go through denial, you know, you go through all the standard stages of grief. But I think it's normal for you to sort of have a step back here and there. Was it like a year to the day that you split? Is that what happened? Did you see her? What happened? Give me some details. Good morning, Hair Changes Color. Welcome back, honey. I'm glad to see you again. We missed you while you were gone, for sure. Let's see here. Emily Driftwood says, I'm on my way to a tanning salon. Started yoga again. I dyed my hair a bit darker. The ex-end started to hoover, and all I can do is laugh out loud. Feels like bitter emotions are disappearing. The final bitter emotions. That is a beautiful thing. And I'm so glad to hear that you're doing something for yourself physically as well to make yourself feel better. I don't know about you guys, but I always feel better when I look better. And I learned that in some very uncomfortable ways. For example, when I was 23, I was a single mom right after I got divorced. I was driving to work, and, you know, I didn't have a lot of money, so my car wasn't very new, you know. And well, let me roll back. 2 days before this, in the same car, the car broke down on the highway, and I waited. It was very hot. I had my 2-year-old in the car with me. Everything was crazy. This police officer comes up to me on the highway, and he looks in the car, looks at the kid. He's like, you guys okay? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you got a ride coming? I'm like, well, I'm trying to get a hold of somebody. I don't know what I'm going to do. And instead of offering me a ride somewhere, he just said, okay, well, I'll see you later then. Okay. Maybe that was protocol. But 2 days later, along the same highway, I was on my way to work, and my tire went out. Again, old car, didn't have a lot of money then. And so I had a flat tire on the side of the road. I don't know. I mean, I kind of know how to change a tire in theory, but I've never really done it. So another police officer stops, and this time I get help. He literally laid on the freaking ground to change my tire for me, a police officer. So what was the difference in those two situations? Well, in the first situation, I was on my way home from my aunt's house where I had slept over that night, and I was driving through. Anyway, I was still wearing my pajamas. My hair was still on top of my head. I had no makeup on. I looked like a hot mess. The second time, I was on my way to work. So I had my hair done, my clothes done. I was looking decent. And that time I got help. So I kind of learned a lesson, a very important life lesson at that time. And that was that whether we like to believe it or not, appearance matters. So, and not only does it matter to other people, but it matters to ourselves because it helps us feel better when we look better. So sorry about the little tangent, Emily. I appreciate your comment, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing that for yourself. Good morning, Angie Ellen. Welcome back. I'm happy to see you. Good morning, Malta. Jamie says, get it, Emily? Indeed. Get it, girl. Okay, wait a minute. All right, where were I? Okay. David H. is in the house. Hey, David H. Good morning, my friend. Happy to see you. He's our other legal advisor. If anyone has questions, he's a police detective. Malta says, attention, please. We are now, let's look at you being all proactive. Thank you, Malta. He says, refresh if you can't see Angie yet because we're live. Okay. Sue Gable says, Wi-Fi sucks. Is it my Wi-Fi or your Wi-Fi? I hope it's not mine this time. David says, refreshing doesn't seem to be working. Oh, boo. Hair Changes Color says, I had another dream about the narc tricking me into going to a movie with him. He stole the ticket stubs and then tried to use them as evidence that I wasn't afraid to get the protective order lifted. That is very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Did you know the name of the movie? I think there's something in that dream. I'd like to help you interpret it, but I don't have time at the moment to do it. But I think basically there's something to that. He tricked you into going into a movie with him, so like that would be a date kind of situation. He stole the ticket stubs, tried to use them as evidence that I wasn't afraid. Okay. That's really weird. Oh, to get the protective order. Oh, so that just means I think that's your subconscious telling you be very careful and don't let him trick you so that he can't use it as evidence to get the protective order lifted. I would say be careful. Thoughts? Okay. Jennifer Barnes says, hello, and thank you. She says, thank you for the warm welcome, Angie, and all you strong survivors. I've been watching for a year, over a year, and just started participating in the chats. This community is a lifesaver. Oh, Jennifer, that is so wonderful, and I'm so happy to hear it. Thank you so much for saying that and for jumping right in. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Emily Driftwood says, Jay Meeby, word girlfriend. Love the champagne bottle. Phyllis says, someone in the chat, sorry, I don't remember who, said yesterday, forget the narc, focus on yourself. I did that all day yesterday. Oh, that is amazing, Phyllis. I'm so happy. Do you feel better? Jamie B says, yes, I'll message you on Facebook. All right, awesome. I'm so excited to hug you and thank you in real life. Oh, we have to do a selfie, and we'll do a little video if you feel up to it. Okay. Hair Changes Color says, reminds me of how the narc always said he never had dreams. Isn't that interesting? Sometimes that's not to do with being a narcissist. Sometimes that's to do with a sleep disorder, but it certainly could be some factor if maybe he's on the psychopath again, maybe, I don't know. Malta says to David, I'm sorry to hear that. Perhaps try closing and reopening your program if you believe that will help you. Thank you respectfully. Malta, you're so awesome. Literal Best says, yay, Angie. Hey, Literal Best, welcome back. Malta says, yes, we want to know. Yes, okay. Oh, Ellen May is in Michigan. Okay. Yes, we want the announcement. Okay. I'm going to tell you the announcement. Here it is. It's terrible. Okay, so you guys, do I really want to say this? I'm just going to say it. So you guys know that I lost 100 pounds 5-6 years ago, right? Well, I just stepped on the scale and I've gained 20 back, and I kind of knew it, but I didn't want to talk about it or think about it. And I'm publicly confessing this today for a reason, because my business manager and I, who's also one of my very closest friends, but who is paid, she's not free. Anyway, she and I decided that we were going to start a group for SPAN, for the my support group on Facebook. There's now a new group called SPAN Fitness and Health Support, or Health and Fitness Support. You can access it through SPAN. I will try to remember to stick a link in the comment in the thing here. If anybody in the chat has joined that group, please stick a link in here for us. But anyway, so starting today, I am back on my workout schedule. I'm back on my original Project Blissful so that I can go back to fixing. I don't want it to become another 100 pounds. You feel me? So I'm going back to fix what I messed up. And I know the problem is I've become less active because I've been working more, doing more things here. So I'm working on balance and health. All right. So that's my announcement. If you guys want to join that, there's no money being made off of any of that. I'm not doing anything to monetize that group or anything like that. It's just literally that I know my community has a number of people, whether it's a weight issue or just a health issue or an activity issue, we could all support each other in our health. And that's what it's about. So if you're interested in that, it's kind of the next level of healing. Once you get past your emotional stuff, then you move toward the physical. And sometimes you can actually heal through the physical stuff. I think that I did. As I worked through my 100-pound weight loss, I worked through so many issues that I could honestly say it kind of brought me to you guys, but that's another story altogether. So anyway, if anyone's interested, let me know. And that's all I have to say about that. Please don't judge me. Okay? It happens. All right. So thank you for that, for asking and for listening. Okay. Angie L says, I ran across an article that explains the gift that us empaths have and wondered if you knew anything about clairsentience or clear feelings. If so, can you elaborate a bit? I consider myself an empath, and I think the way that I see, I don't think that I know the word clairsentience. I mean, I've heard it, but I can't say that I can accurately define it without looking it up. So I'll tell you this. I know that I have learned how to sort of filter the feelings in order to not die inside a little bit each time I talk and think about people that are sad. Because so I've learned to understand which ones are mine and which ones are other people's, if that makes any sense. I literally feel the feelings of other people, especially not always just in person, but especially in person. If I'm connected to someone, I feel a lot of your feelings sometimes if I talk to you in private message, or even in these cases. It's normal, I think. But yeah, that's it. Okay. So I would definitely look into clairsentience more and figure it out, and would be happy to discuss it in the future. Angie L. Thank you. I may know what it is, but I might just be having a moment. I haven't really thought about it in a while. So anyway, literal best. Oh yes, thank you. Wanted to hear the announcement. Jennifer Bates, Emily Driftwood. Oh, sorry, Jennifer Barnes. Emily Driftwood says, to you and everyone who's new, welcome. This is the place for the strong who grow stronger. Yes, thank you, Miss Emily. All right, let's see here. We have Jessica in the house. Hello, Jessica. Good morning. And good morning, Susan. I'm happy to see you back today, honey. Avon Beard. Well, Avon Baird. My bad. Not back with her ever. Good. Okay. Very good. Proud of you. And by the way, I think I got your message about the t-shirts, Avon, and I will reach out to you today about that. I'm not sure. I have questions. Okay. Jennifer Barnes says, thank you to Emily. Madeline Gutierrez says, yes. Next announcement. Thank you. And I gave the announcement. Okay. Hair changes color. Yes. Hey, CCB. Welcome back. How you doing? Malta says to Susan and Jessica, good morning. Jillian says, I think it is normal to grieve around anniversary dates, or at least to get triggered. This is to Avon. At least to get triggered. The period for her would have been helpful. Would have been helpful. Has been anticipating and planning in advance, so how I would deal with it. Oh, okay, so Jillian is aware of the possibility of triggering around the anniversary dates, and she's planning in order to combat that. That's smart. I like that. Or she said it would have been helpful. Okay. Literal Beth says, hey, CCB. Avon Baird, why am I calling you that today? I'm so sorry. Avon Baird. Avon says, yes, it was a year to the day and I didn't see her. Well, that's it, honey. I think that you were triggered by that. Don't beat yourself up about it. I think Jillian's absolutely on point with what she said. Yes. Yeah, there was that announcement, Emily. Thank you for caring. Malta says, hey, CCB, great to see you. Literal Beth says, single mom at 23, you're such a warrior. Right? I know. Well, I got divorced at 23. Yeah, I did it. I got through it. It was all good. CCB says to Literal Best, hey. Let's see here. Irish Indian, hey, good morning. Welcome back. Good morning, all. I'm late to the game, but I got my coffee to help the current situation. Me too. All right. CCB says, Malta, good to see you too. We seem to participate in a lot of the same streams. Right on. Literal Best says to CCB, how's your week so far? Hair changes color says, oh, thanks, Angie. I missed you guys too. Thank you. Irish Indian says, blessings all around, and I hope everyone is having a good day as we approach the weekend. Stay strong. Yes. Wait a minute. Did I lose my place? La, la, la. Okay. CCB. Okay. I just had a... Okay, guys, bear with me. I just lost my stupid place in the chat. I hate when I do that. Okay. Oh, see, I can't miss anybody. All right. Oh, wait. Irish Indian. CCB. Okay. Literal Best says, you're not late. We just started, Irish Indian. Yeah, we pretty much did. Latoya Martin says, hey, my narc showed up yesterday. Hey, Latoya, welcome back. Hey, my narc showed up yesterday saying he really misses me. I did not give in. Good for you. Afterward, I listened to your video about how narc doesn't really miss you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so glad that that was helpful for you, Latoya. Thank you for telling me. Sue Gable says, Driftwood, you on fire today. Yes. Literal Best says to CCB, no, I'm just friendly. Why difficult? Yay for being productive, though. Right on. Sue Gable says, mine. Nice. All right, let's see. Hair Changes Color says, Susan, I was told that too by people who don't know me. I'm actually too giving and needed time for myself. So I think it depends on what you feel. I feel like I missed Susan's comment. Okay. Literal Best says, David H., can I ask you about some police-related stuff? Is that too forward in our first meet? Nice. Muffy says, blessed morning to all. CCB, hey, Muffy, welcome back, by the way. CCB says, Literal Best, okay, thank you. Well, where I live, I rent a room and a lot of addicts lie in the same hallway, and one of them has started trying to train me to fear them, not sure what to do. Ooh, that's hard. Okay. What to do is to gray rock them, act like you're not scared. I'm scared for you. I'm not going to lie. That's scary to me. Anybody have any good advice for CCV? I would say definitely don't let them see the fear in your face. But I would like for someone else to offer advice on this because I think this is a really big, important thing. And I don't have any experience with it exactly like that. Has anybody been in that situation? Does anyone know specifically how to deal with someone? What kind of addicts are we talking about? Let me know. Literal Best says to Jennifer, welcome. CCB says live. Oh, I see that now. Okay, they live in the same hallway and one of them has started trying to train me to fear them. I mean, like, can you carry a weapon? Are they bigger than you? I don't know. I wouldn't allow them to make you fear them because that could lead to way worse things. Emily Driftwood says to Sue, oh yeah, I'm always running around taking care of myself, and the fact that I can see the clear effects of it is amazing, and Angie's a big part of that. Couldn't have done it without Span. Awesome, awesome. I love it, Emily. Dolores Lundberg is back. Hey, Dolores, welcome back. Surviving means an enhanced life because knowledge is power, and boy, are we in the school of hard knocks, weren't we, though? You're so right, Dolores. Malta says good morning to Muffy. Good morning. So great to see familiar names joining us again. I totally agree. Jennifer Barnes says, hi, thank you, Literal Best. Jillian says, Angie, that's so funny. I interpret dreams. Also, of course you do because we're soul sisters, Jillian. All right. Mavis Washington says, my life is pretty much good now without the narcissist, but I still dream about him. Why is that? Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Mavis. Welcome back. Avon says, motto, trust God, clean a house, and help others. All those things are helpful. I agree. Excuse me. Gosh, I got an allergy thing right now. I'm sorry. All right. Literal Best says, CCB, what? Oh my God. Is it possible for you to move? Wait a minute. Where were I? Oh, there I am. To move sometime in the future? Please be safe. They sound jerkish. At the very least, they sound jerkish. Yes. Oh, Patricia Davies in the house from the UK. Hey, girl. Hey, from the UK. Welcome, welcome. It must be, what, about like 6 or 5 or something p.m. over there right now? Am I wrong? I know you guys are up to 12 hours ahead of us. Okay. Anyway, I thought 6 hours. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. CCB says to Malta, some of us have been around quite long, but had to change usernames. Oh, interesting. Now I want to know who you are, CCB. I don't even know. And Malta says, gotcha. Hair Changes Color says, so true, Angie. Appearance does matter, even though it is not fair. I guess that's why Narc never let me have time to get ready. Yep. Didn't want me to get any help. Yeah, the narcissists often, if they don't like to wait. They want you to look good when they want you to look good, but they don't want you to look too good because they don't want anybody else to tell you look too good, so they might steal you away or whatever. Remember, they're secretly very insecure people. Their egos are fragile little eggs on their fingers. If you didn't see that video, you probably think I'm crazy. I made a reference to that in a video recently. Okay. And Malta says, that's why I never mentioned which other channels people are in. Okay. Sue says, feel you, Driftwood, that your love that you're so positive. Yep, me too. Literal Best says, Span Fitness. Woo! Sounds great. You don't need to lose any more weight, though, Angie. You look great as is, but you do you. Well, you know what? I'm not really trying to go crazy with it. I just want to get back to the 20 pounds where I was before, the 20 pounds less than I was before, because I felt really good at that size, and I still wasn't perfect, and I still probably was technically overweight compared to some people, but I felt comfortable with that. So I just want to lose a few more pounds so I don't have to buy all new clothes. Get back to where I was. But yeah, I don't even think it's really about the weight, to be honest with you. I really think it's about the fitness part, because I feel like I'm healthier when I'm moving more. I'm not even thinking necessarily big diet changes, because my diet's okay, except for probably the coffee, but still the coffee's good. But I don't drink any sugar or anything in my coffee. So, but I guess my point is, I just want to feel good. I want to feel better about, not even just about myself, but just feel better in my skin. I'm not getting any younger. So I figure a lot of us are probably in a similar place, whether we want to lose weight or not. We want to get healthier. So that's my goal. And I appreciate your support, Literal Best. As always, you're awesome. Emily Driftwood says to Jennifer, you said that this place is a lifesaver. You said it, that this place is a lifesaver. Brings me back from the brink whenever I've needed it. Oh, Emily, I wish I could reach through the screen and hug you right now, girl. Thank you so much. Jillian says, Angie, I am in. Yes. Nathy N wants in. Yes, you can get in. Yes. Literal Best says, I want to join Span, but I never get accepted because I have no friends on Facebook. So maybe you guys think I'm a troll. My Facebook name is Amelia P. Hey, Amelia P. Literal Best, do me a favor. Go to the group again and request. Now we have questions. So what I want you to do is say, Angie told me to tell you this is Literal Best from YouTube, and I don't have any friends on this account because it's my recovery account, or whatever you want to say, and I promise you that you will be accepted. Okay? Just say, Angie told me to tell you, and they will ask me if they don't believe you. Okay? And then you'll get in. I have a team of amazing admins that works on that group, and they do their very best to keep the group safe. And so if they see a profile and they don't know, they can't tell that the person is legit, which is understandable, and they don't know who the person is, then they often don't accept, because of course narcissists can also make fake accounts and try to sneak into groups to spy on their people. And so we're really careful for that reason. I think you understand, but I would love to have you in Span. And so just tell them what I just said, and they'll make sure they talk to me. I'll try to remember to put a note in the group about it after I finish in this session. All right. Jennifer Barnes is also in. Yay! Let's move these bodies, girls and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Susan says, hair changes color. People don't understand even if they know you. That is exactly right, Susan. And people who you really believed understood you for all of the years that you knew them, and then suddenly they don't understand. It's exhausting and frustrating and just crazy. But you know what? That's why I do what I do. That's why this community is so thriving and exists and does what it does, because we get it. And not everybody around us in physical form gets it. So thank goodness for the internet, so we can all connect together and know that we're not crazy. It is a good thing. CCB says to Literal Best, thanks so much for your concern. It's one of my concerns too, how dangerous I should perceive it. I also find myself blaming myself for not avoiding them better. May need to book Angie. Well, CCB, I'd be very happy to speak with you. And I also really do feel concerned about your safety, but I'd have to know more information to be fair and to give you my accurate thing. All right. Malta says, Angie, honey, OMG, I love you. I totally support your direction into physical fitness and viewing externally. I don't find it embarrassing. I respect you so much. I hope you know how much I respect you too, Malta, and how much I really, really appreciate everything you do for our little community here on YouTube, because you're amazing. And I just genuinely, your support is so unconditional and so wonderful. I'm so, so happy to have you in this tribe. Thank you for everything. Honestly, thank you. Big hugs. I just feel so, oh look, it's Piper Lynn Starr, my little sister. She's up in the house. Hey, Piper Lynn. Is Cameron there with you? Hey, Cameron. My son is a grown up now. He's going to be 20 in 2 days. So he lives with Aunt Piper. And then he's helping pay the bills and everything. I'm so proud of him. But yeah, so he might be watching with her. If he is, hey boy, hey. Okay. Literal Beth says, we're all going to be too gorgeous after Span Fitness. Yes. How are we going to fend off all of our admirers? Well, we're just gonna have a lot of fun with that whole deal. I promise you. We'll do a video. We'll have a training. Hair changes color says, Susan, I feel you, definitely. Muffy says to Malta, good morning. It is nice to see you too. CCB says, ooh, Span Fitness sounds awesome. Sounds great. Yes, come join us. Yes. Oh, Empathet says, a big hi from England, Angie. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here, Empathet. I think I remember seeing you yesterday or the day before, didn't I? Jessica says, congrats on your new exercise program. You've got this. Yes, I'm doing, Melina and I are doing Size, which is one of those Beachbody things with Shanti. I freaking love Shanti. He's adorable. And he's not, he's somebody that I would totally hang out with in real life. What about you guys? Do you like Shanti? Okay, moving on. Let's see. Congrats on your new exercise program. You've got this, Jessica says. Thank you so much, Jessica. I really appreciate the support. Sue Gable says, Angie, like I've said, you need time for Angie. We all have love. We won't judge you ever. You're a hottie. Quit beating yourself up. Too many others do it for you for free, don't they? Yeah, I do get some crap from people. People talk about things. But, you know, some of the people that come and say really rude things to me on the channel usually alternate between, sexual comments of an aggressive nature, like they're trying to hit on me, and sexual comments of you're so disgusting, why would anybody have sex with you comments, which I get on the videos I've done about sex. I'm certain they're from narcissists. You know what I mean? I don't even care. I just ignore them, block them, or whatever. And then I get comments. Of course, people tell me I'm too fat. People tell me I'm a narcissist. I get all of that. I don't really think that about myself. What I think is that I just have gained 20 pounds and I want to be healthier. And I know that I'm only 5 feet tall and 20 pounds looks like a lot on a little short 5 foot tall person. So I just want to fix it. That's all. But I really love you guys and I so appreciate your support. I just want you to know that. All right. And I appreciate you, Sue. Thank you, Sue Gable. Donna says, I too have lost over 100 pounds. I had to put a part of the day, usually 11 p.m. at night, to get on the treadmill and take care of me. That time is my personal hug to me. No sugar or carbs too. Amazing, Donna. That's amazing. Hey, I hope you'll join that fitness group, Donna. I would love to have the support of someone like you in that group. So, because we're kind of on the same page a little bit with that, and I would love to see you there. I mean, no pressure if you don't have time for it, but I'd love to have you in. All right. Somebody just don't wait. Hair changes color. Just join the group. Yay. Okay, wait. I lost my page. I lost my spot. Okay, here we go. Donna. Okay. Hair changes color said she just joined the group. Excited about it. Me too. Alyssa says, hey, Alyssa, welcome. The narcissist I am dealing with right now ignores me whenever he gets mad at me for almost no reason, too. Why do narcs give the cold shoulder a lot? Well, I'll tell you what. It's punishment. Okay, if it really bothers you when he ignores you, he's going to keep doing it. If you do things to try to get his attention when he ignores you, he's going to keep doing it. The best way to deal with that, Alyssa, is to stop noticing. All right. So if you know he's ignoring you, gray rock the crap out of him. Just go on with your life like nothing happened. Just, talk to him like he's going to respond to you. And when he doesn't, just pretend he did and walk off. Seriously, I'm not kidding. It will annoy him at first, and it will eventually make him realize that he's not doing anything but hurting himself by ignoring you. If you can go with that route with it. All right. Stay, act like your usual self. If you usually cook dinner, cook dinner. If he usually cooks dinner and he doesn't cook dinner, go out to dinner without him, literally, or cook yourself dinner, whatever. The point is, go about your life as though he's not doing that. And if you must speak to him about something because you have to notify him for some reason because of a legal thing or a kid thing or whatever, a responsibility he has, then do that. But if he doesn't respond to you, just pretend like he did and walk away. Okay, then I'll see you later. He will stop. It's punishment. That's what it is. He's punishing you for whatever he's mad at you about. And I get the no reason to. That's very, very common. That's how you deal with it. Literal Best says to CCB, I mean, I shouldn't be one to talk because someone keeps breaking into my place, so I know just how you feel. Oh my gosh. It's not easy financially to move even when we want to. You're absolutely right. Oh my gosh, you're right. And you know what? I don't know where you live. I know maybe different locks. I don't know if you can call the police. Are you reporting this stuff? I hope you are. I think a home alarm system might be a good idea, but I know those are expensive. There are things that you can do as far as, getting like cheap little door alarms or window alarms that if they, break the seal, so to speak, it would make a loud noise, which may not call the police, but would certainly scare away somebody who was trying to sneak around. That's a possibility. And, you can buy signs that say you have an alarm system even when you don't. And if you buy a sign that says you have an alarm system and you get a noisemaker for when your door's open, well, that could fix the problem, at least temporarily. Just a thought. Hello, Denise Farmer. Welcome. Happy to see you here today with us. Welcome to our little tribe. I can't recall if I've seen you before, but I'm happy to see you today. Emily says, Angie, it's just a small step back temporarily, and we understand. I know how you feel, but you've been working on the mental and emotional well-being of yourself and others. Love and light. Thank you so much, Emily. I really appreciate your support, honey. I really do. You're such a beautiful soul. Thank you. Jessica says, good morning, Malta. Denise says, I'm always busy. I'm glad I caught you today. Oh, I'm so glad you did too, Denise. I'm so glad to see you. Raquel says, hey, Raquel, welcome back, honey. I haven't been on for a while. I have been on an emotional roller coaster. Pre-trial next Wednesday. Oh my gosh, honey. Well, listen, Raquel, I want you to keep us posted. I want you to stay strong. And if you have the time to come in with us, come on in. We'll support you every day. All right. At least every weekday. I usually don't come in on live on the weekends, but I do post on the weekends. So Literal Beth says to CCB, don't blame yourself. It takes a lot to withhold fear in a fearful situation. Yep, that's right. And she says, Angie is definitely good support if you need it. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Malta says hello to Jessica and good morning. Hair Changes Color says, I didn't notice the weight gain, Angie. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Literal Best says, CCB says to Literal Best, oh my gosh, that is likely even worse than my case. Do you know magnet alarms? There we go. That's what I was just talking about. You can get very small ones for windows and doors, very cheap as a shell alarm when you are home. Very good. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And if you get loud ones, they will definitely and get one of those signs. They might help. I'm just saying. Let's see here. I lost my place. Okay. I missed a lot of chat here. Hold on. Why doesn't it just stay where I tell it to stay? All right. Okay. Bonnie says, good morning, Angie. Good morning, Bonnie. Welcome back. Ellen May says, these live chats help so much. I'm so glad to hear that, Ellen. Thank you so much. Hey, Terry Wiley. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I found it. Okay. Sue Gable says, yeah, my narc freaks if I actually put looks together. He always gets nervous when I'm doing me all sexy. She says, I do it just for kicks. I would too. And I would do extra sexy. Okay. Anyway, Ms. Nunu is back. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? She says, moving soon. Why doesn't gray rock work sometimes? It seems to make my narc more extra in getting attention. I will have earphones in and he will keep talking to me. That's because he's trying to break you, my friend. Don't let him break you. If he keeps talking to you, just pretend you don't hear anything and keep doing what you're doing like you hear nothing. Okay. Eventually, he's either going to get bored or he's going to walk up to you and pull your earphone out. Either way, sometimes gray rock doesn't work because they really want attention. And sometimes a lot of them, especially I'm guessing yours is a little bit more overt, a lot of them will intentionally sort of break the, what is the word I'm looking for here? They kind of just they push a little extra. They go a little further. Because they think they can break you. They can break your determination. They can force you to submit to them. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. That's what it is. Yeah. Freedom Lee says, hey, Freedom Lee, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Angie and survivors. So glad you're here. Yesterday, I took my daughter to the zoo who had it on a whim and had a great time. Helped us grow closer. She's almost 18. She was like a little girl. Aw. Much joy to my heart. That is beautiful, Freedom Lee. I'm so glad to hear it. I bet it was good for you just to get out and do something different. Sometimes it's a good thing to go and do things on a whim, okay? I totally feel you on that. All right, CCB says to Literal Best, yes, so true. Narcs have a talent for making us stuck, huh? Don't they? Yes, they do. Oh, look, we have Jessica. That's an interesting spelling, Jessica Goss. She says, hey, I have a question. I actually don't want to go low or no contact with my parents, but I don't know how to deal with them, especially my narc mom. Okay, Jessica, if your narc mom is not financially supporting you, then you can do this. Do the gray rock thing with her. So treat her just fine normally, just like a nice person would treat a mom. But when she goes into Narcville and she starts gaslighting you or pressuring you or controlling you or belittling you or criticizing you, don't respond with any emotion. You say this, watch. Interesting. And that's it. Because if you do not give her reason to continue that conversation, she can only say so many sentences about it without any other provocation. So if you just do not react when she does that, she will eventually minimize her her behavior that way. If you're on the phone with her and she does that, say, oh, I'm so sorry, I have to go right now. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye. Hang up the phone. That's how you deal with it. Yeah. If you are financially dependent on her, you have another thing to worry about, and that is to stop it, to stop being financially dependent on her, because she will be able to control you as long as she has your purse strings. So be aware of that. Hair Changes Color says, Sue Gable, yeah, would say, why did you put your face on yet? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Rose Hargrove says, I think having support for weight loss would be fabulous. I like, Angie, that you are real and caring. You are a gift. Thank you so much, Rose, and I would love to see you in that group. Like I said, you can access it through Spanner. I'll try to remember to put a link to it here. Or if Hair Changes Color happens to have a link, she could also paste it in for me if she wants to. No pressure. Angie L says, thank you, I will. I see traits in my 7-year-old granddaughter as an empathic person like me, and I want to protect her for her future. Well, I'll tell you one thing you can do, Angie. What I do with, like, I have a son who I believe is my middle son is also an empath, and a little bit my daughter. And what I do is I just tell them all about it. I try to teach them what my mother didn't teach me about being an empath, and how to deal with other people's feelings, and how to deal with, how to deal with the people pleasing issues, and how to be themselves and love themselves unconditionally and stuff like that. So I think if you can teach your granddaughter unconditional self-love, first of all, and teach her how to understand her feelings as opposed to other people's feelings, basically give her a leg up. Like I tell my kids, look, I've learned all this stuff in my years, and now I want you to stand on my shoulders. I'm going to tell you everything I know, and then you can learn more things, and then your kids can stand on your shoulders. And that is how we evolve as, like, the human race, I think. But anyway, I'm getting all philosophical on your asses. Apologies. Literal Best says to CCB, aw, thanks for caring. No worries. I just ordered one of those door sensors last week, and it's on its way here, and I'm getting help from my anxiety, so we're all getting there. Very good. Very good. Literal Best, I need you to be safe. So the door sensors is a good thing. If you're in an apartment, that's also maybe a good thing, because you have one door in, right? But I would seriously consider getting one of those signs that says there's an alarm company that's placed an alarm in your house. You don't have to actually get the alarm placed, but if you have one of those door sensors and that thing, I think it would be even more effective. And maybe get a tape of a big dog that you can play when somebody scares you. I'm just kidding about that, I think. Jessica Goss says, if I call my mom on anything, even blatant lies, she will get scary angry. My dad is the same, but I don't think he's a narc, just defensive. What do I do? Well, that's what you do. You don't react. And don't call her on anything, okay? If she has a blatant lie, unless she's directly affected you, not emotionally, but like financially or personally in some way that matters, then you can tell her about it. But unless she's done that, don't even bother to address her crap. Just let her say what she's going to say. And if she says, well, what do you have to say about that? Say, well, this is the truth as I understand it, and explain your truth. And if she gets mad, this is the thing, the scary angry happens because she gets a reaction out of you from it. Okay. If one day she's screaming at you and you look at her like, what? Interesting. That's interesting that you see it that way. And you do not react emotionally at all. she's not going to know what to do with herself, my friend. It is a powerful, powerful practice. I suggest you try it the next time she gets with you. With your dad, my guess is if your mom's a narc, your dad might be the one getting abused. And I think that he's defensive because A, he probably has to deal with your mom every time she gets mad, and it's probably not good for him. And B, you know, people who are victims are defensive. So, especially when they're not healing or trying to heal. Randy, hey Randy, welcome back. Says last name pronounced. Thank you, Greyfay. Randy Greyfay, thank you. Thank you for just putting it out there. Randy Greyfay, appreciate you. I have no contact with my ex other than email, but we got divorced in November and he's already got engaged again and moved in with his new spouse. How is it that we know that we are better off, yet we feel like they're so much happier? Girl, I've just done 2 videos recently for you that will really, really be helpful. One of them is called Why Narcissists Don't Care About You When They Claim to Love You. And the other one is, and I think in that one I even addressed the issue of why they get remarried so quickly. But the bottom line is that the new supply will not get the better treatment. And I've done videos about that too. Why is the narc so much happier with it? Seems so much happier with the new supply, stuff like that. The new supply is not going to get a better deal. She's just in the beginning of the phases right now. And the reason that he jumped in so quickly is a couple of things. Number one, because narcissists cannot be alone because they have nothing. If they're alone, they have no personality, no self at all, because they glean all that from their supply. And number two, because it's not about the person in the place. It's about the body in the spot in the person's life. Okay. So what I mean is, Randy, you were the supply and then you weren't. And then he needed a new supply to fill that little hole in his life. And probably the new supply might seem wonderful and amazing right now, but in a minute, the new supply is going to be getting the same kind of devalue and discard phases that you went through during your marriage and relationship with this person. It will go on and on and on. There will be, maybe the issues will be slightly different. Maybe instead of not liking the way she walked, he won't like the way she talked or whatever. But there will be some problem, some intrinsic problem that he will develop with the new supply, just like he did with you. And it will be going on and on. It's the same thing. They don't change. I bet you if you could find any ex he's ever had in the past, you would see the same exact treatment in that relationship. So be aware of that. All right. Okay. How is it to know? Yeah. You need to let go of even caring what's happening with him, Randy. You need to just go, okay, it doesn't matter if he's getting remarried. It doesn't matter if he seems happier. You also have to remember this, as empaths and people who care about other people, we often pretend that things are better than they really are. Our Facebook profiles might look like a big happy family, but really we live in shit. So be aware of that. You are dealing with someone who probably, now that they've already moved in together, she's already starting to see the edges of the bad, and it's probably going to get bigger and bigger as time goes forward. And I bet you she'll be miserable before you know it. And I hate to say that. I'm not trying to make her life terrible or anything. It's not about that. I'm not happy that it's happening to her either. Any other victim, deserves our sympathy, but in your case, I'm glad you're away and I'm glad you're safe, but I don't want you to continue to let that person control you by worrying about what he's doing now. All right. I want you to focus on yourself and your own life. And I do not want you to allow yourself to think that he's suddenly going to become a different person for this girl, because it's not going to happen. I promise. It doesn't work that way. Watch those videos I told you about. It'll help. Jessica says, I'm so thankful y'all were here on the 4th of July. The 4th always was a huge holiday for me, the narc and I. This year I spent the day with my grandmother, but I still did miss her. I feel you, Jess. I feel you. And you know what? I'm glad you were here too. And I'm glad that you are doing okay and that you made it through. I know it's a hard day, and that's why I was here on that day. Literal Best says to CCB, what happened with your narc? Don't feel pressure to share if you don't want to. Freedom Lee says, didn't think of the ex-narc once. Great. You're getting yourself in shape, Angie. You look good, girl. Well, thank you, Freedom Lee. I appreciate you. Let's see. Carry a big can of bear spray, says Dolores. Right on. That's a good idea. Is that like bear pee or something, or is that something else? CCB says to Literal Best, good to hear. The magnet alarms are very good for doors and only cost a few dollars. Cool. Electric says, don't act scared. Nice but firm. Show no emotion. Okay, same thing I thought. Okay. So gray rock, basically. Bonnie says, why do narc husbands act like they are single? Has anger issues. Goes away. why do narc husbands act like they are single? Has anger issues, goes away a lot on weekends for his hobby. So I'm suspected expected to take care of the house and home as if I am his mother. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. I have seen that same thing. They act single, and I've seen where a narcissist will go away for the weekend when they're married, and they go stay with a single friend for the weekend, and they all go bar hopping. I mean, come on, it's not acceptable. Um, why do narcs act as they are single? Because they can, because we allow them to get away with it. Yeah. Next time he goes away for the weekend, Bonnie, maybe you should move out or move his stuff out, change the locks. I don't know. I'm just talking. You are not expected to, I'm sure you are expected to take care of house and home, but you are not responsible for that for him. If he's going to act like he's single, I always told my ex, I said, if I'm going to have to act like a single mom, I might as well be allowed to date. Okay, so don't act like a single mom if you're not a single mom. But maybe you want to be a single mom. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking now about that. But Bonnie, I hear you. I hear your frustration, and I understand it. I would kind of be relieved if my angry narc was going away on the weekends a lot, but I would also be very suspicious of his motivation. Yeah. And what if you had something to do and yeah, of course, because as if you are his mother. So you are the caregiver supply for him, is what it sounds like to me. Raquel Molina says he did not agree on the realtor my sister-in-law found to save us money. He ran right to his lawyer spending more money. Of course he did. She said, I see the control. Then he emailed me last night about using the one he picked. Well, I would only have your attorney respond, or your sister-in-law, or somebody that isn't you, respond to him if I were you. Just personal suggestion. Oh, Bonnie says his hobby is hunting and guns. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jessica Goss says, do not put yourself in a situation where you are in physical danger. I totally agree with that. Dana Nicoletti, hey Dana, welcome back, says, I'm feeling the same. Randy went through a similar thing with my ex-husband. Try to stay strong. It's not a healthy relationship usually. Yeah, absolutely. Randy, yeah. Okay. Bonnie says, yes, School of Hard Knocks is right, ain't it though? Yeah. Jessica says, the narc kept coming back after temporary discards, and I realized how unhealthy that was making my life. Out of frustration, I accidentally caused narc injury. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It does. All right. Malta says to CCB, you need to get out of there. That's my suggestion. Thank you for asking the question, and Angie for redirecting to the audience. Yeah, I think that's important. Empathet says he will have me murdered to get my house. Oh my God. Empathet, you need to call the police if you believe that to be true. I mean, I know that you can't always prove everything, but I would make sure that you try to communicate with him only in text messages. And even if he sends you those disappearing messages on Facebook, just screenshot them. I would do your very best to get any sort of threat you can in writing and take it to the police. If David's still here, maybe he can give us some advice, or Jillian, maybe she can give us some advice on that. Please be careful. Literal Best says to CCB, I got one that will notify me if anyone enters via Wi-Fi. Maybe you think it will benefit. Maybe you will benefit from it too. Would you like a link? Your living situation doesn't sound safe to you. You guys, I hate that you're in those places. I wish we could help you more. Susan says, move away from the addicts. This is move someplace else would be best if you can. This is my advice. My advice too, but I know it's not always, it's sometimes easier said than done. Oh, and Beth said it was 4 p.m. there. Okay. Let's see. Patricia says it's 3:48 in the afternoon. Right on. Oh, that's not too bad then. Jennifer Barnes says to Empathetic, can you get a police escort? Agreed. Raquel says he then texted his 2 oldest daughters hi yesterday, and they responded hi and got nothing else. They thought it was weird. It is weird. It is weird. Maybe they wanted to see if maybe he wanted to see if they had blocked him or something. I don't know. Malta, wait a minute. Okay. Raquel, okay. Empathet said no police, not interested. Okay. I wouldn't, Well, if you can't do police, then maybe you should get some family members to stay with you to keep you safe. I don't know what to do about that, Empath. I don't have any resources I can think of, but if anyone has suggestions or ideas for Empath, please let us know. Literal Best says, sucks for narcs because you always looking good, Angie. Well, thank you so much, Literal Best. Appreciate you. Jessica says, I don't recommend it, but it worked in my favor because the injury occurred when we were at a baseball game with her company that provoked the final discard. Okay, that worked out well, I guess, at least in the long run. Hair Changes Color says, whenever I'm confronted by violence, I always just ignore them by not reacting. Then they get bored and stop harassing me. Yeah, that helps if they aren't physically assaulting you too much. Jennifer Barnes says, I'm so sorry you're going through this. I had to take an escort with me and still got attacked, but got a restraining order afterward. Please do not go near them alone. I agree with that. Yeah. Jessica Goss says, I found coffee makes me gain weight because it affects my stomach and appetite, and I ate a lot more. That does not happen with me. I eat more if I don't drink coffee. She said, I gained a lot of weight drinking coffee. I quit for other reasons and weight goes down. Well, I have minimized my coffee. Well, previously I have, so I'm going to probably take it down to just 1 or 2 cups a day as I did before, and that'll be helpful too. But I don't drink a lot of calories in my coffee, and actually when I don't drink coffee, I feel hungrier. So maybe it's different for me or different, or maybe I'm just making that up. Literal Best says, if losing weight will make you feel great, then it's worth it. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel bad about wanting to lose weight, Angie. Oh, no. No worries, honey. No, I don't feel bad. I just didn't want you to worry about me. See, look at us. We're crazy. We're not crazy. I'm joking about that. I just mean we're overly empathetic to each other, and I appreciate that for all of us because we need those sensitive people in our lives sometimes, don't we? CCB says, Angie, thank you so much for your compassion. They are bigger than me, but the management at the building knows about my problem with her, so that is a plus. That is a good thing, and I want you to just be very careful and safe. Okay. Empath says, I live with him, he won't leave. Oh, that's terrible. And it's your house, is what you're saying. There are things you can do. There are things you can do. Yes. Piper says, you without coffee, not a happy camper. Ain't that the truth? Jennifer Barnes says, Emily, you're so right. I'm so glad that we're here for each other. Me too. Wait, I just missed somebody's comment. Edward Mockery in the house. Hello, Edward. Welcome to the tribe. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you stick with us. Sue Gable says to CCB, please feel free to hit me up. My world spins around addicts. Worried about you, though. If any PTSD symptoms, this situation is double bad. I agree. CCB says we share a common hallway bathroom. Oh, and they stood outside the door using a sink while I was there. When I came out, they were smirking. Before the last time I encountered them, they were screaming. I would get, oh, wait a minute, something to me about cleaning the hallway and bathrooms are being cleaned by the management, so I just kept walking. I've been ignoring them since they bullied me verbally. That's the very best thing that you can do. I agree with that. Literal Best, I'm glad to see that you'll put that note in the Facebook thing. Jessica, the group name is Span Health and Fitness Support, I believe. And I would love to have you there. CCB says, must have ignited their fury. They grabbed my arm and pinched me hard and kept holding onto my shirt. Since then, they noticed me looking out the bathroom door, wondering if I could walk past safely. That's when they got the smirk. Okay, listen. Mace or something. Carry something that if they touching you is assault. Grabbing your arm and pinching you, that's assault. You could literally call the police and have them arrested for that. I'm just saying, it's assault. Spitting in someone's face can get a person arrested. It's assault. So you can bet that they put your hands on you and they twisted, they pinched you. It's assault. CCB, it's assault. I want you to stay safe, and I want you to do whatever. Get a restraining order. Maybe you can force them out of the building. I don't know. I'm just saying that is messed up. I would carry something big, and I wouldn't necessarily want to really hit them with it or anything. But if they're going to touch you, maybe they'll be scared if you hold the baseball bat up and say, "Don't touch me." I don't know. Maybe don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Get legal advice. But I think you're legally allowed to carry mace. and hold it up and say, you better not touch me or your eyes are going to hurt real bad. This is assault. That's assault. What they did to you is assault. And you should not have to deal with that. That's ridiculous. Jennifer Barnes says, empathetic again. I'm so sorry. I hope someone that has more knowledge about the steps you can take will address this. I hope so too. I know there are some, you can do an official eviction and stuff, but if you're worried about murder, that's pretty scary. I mean, you can get maybe an order of protection in conjunction with an eviction. If you're legally married, it's going to be harder to do that. I'm not a legal expert. I can't continue that conversation, but I do have a couple legal experts that come into these chats. So if either of them is here, maybe they can throw you some advice. Patricia says, I'm ready to date 1 year after no contact. Oh, Patricia, that's amazing. Any advice, please? Okay, here's some advice. Watch for the red flags. If you date someone and within the first, say, 6-7 dates, they're talking about, I love you, you love at first sight, let's get married. That's too fast. You give them a chance. You can say, hey, can we slow down a little bit? I've been in some crazy relationships and I just really want to take things slow so that I'm sure we're on the right path together. And if they go, oh, I'm so sorry, of course, that's good, as long as they actually follow through with that. And that means they're not a narcissist, most likely, because if they go, oh, you hurt me, this hurts that you said that to me, or they emote something that makes you believe that they are butthurt, as we call it over here, or that they're offended, or that they feel slighted or upset by the fact, injured by the fact that you've said slow down, red flag. So any kind of quick emotional attachment or overcommitment over fast is a big red flag. Somebody who does those undercut compliments like, oh, a big fat girl like you, like, oh, for a big fat girl, you sure do wear clothes well, or something like that. Turn down. That's bad news. Underhanded comments are a bad sign. Anybody who makes you feel guilty if you have to cancel a date or be late for something, excessively guilty, if they just really lay it on thick, that's a red flag. Any type of manipulation that occurs, that's a red flag. So watch for your red flags, okay? I've done lots of videos on that. The other thing I would say to you is, in addition to take it slow, is don't have sex right away. And the reason I say that is because even though look, I'm not saying that you can have a one-night stand if you want to do that and you're all adults and agree on the deal, right? But in general, I think don't have sex with somebody that you think you might want to be serious with at some point until you've been on, say, 5, 6, 7, 8 dates, 3 to 6 weeks. I would say 6 to 8 weeks at least. And I get we're all adults here. I get some people want to go longer, some people want to go less, some people want to wait till they're married. But in general, in the American culture, okay, I would not go less than 6 to 8 dates before I considered that in this situation, because we can become physically addicted to these people when we have sex with them. And if they're amazing in bed and yet they're still big, giant narcissists, then our whole problem starts over from the beginning. So protect yourself in that way. I would say take it slow. Don't have sex too soon. Don't go in with any expectations. Go in with the expectation to just go out and have a good time and see how it goes. Have fun with it. Be open to people that you might not normally think you would be open to, like a different body type or a different race or a different, just somebody that you would have never maybe dated before, because sometimes maybe your soulmate doesn't come in the package you expect. That's all I'm going to say right now. Patricia, if you're interested, let me know and I'll make another video about that for you. All right. Empathet says, I am not covered in bruises, no children, and 62, so nobody's interested. You said you're in England, right? Because in England, I believe that, in the UK, I believe that emotional abuse is illegal. So maybe you can go that route. Empathet, it's a thought. Literal Best says to CCB, oh my gosh, they shouldn't be physical with you. That's assault. Exactly. Can you tell the police? Document everything. That's another thing you can do. Oh, it just occurred to me. Thank you, Literal Bus, for this trigger. Here's what you can do. Get your phone out. And when you're walking down your hallways, carry the phone, turn it on, and videotape your walks. And anytime you were talked to or assaulted or anything, keep that recording. Delete all the other ones. As every time you walk back safely, just get in the habit of anytime you're outside your apartment, in your hallway, or going into your apartment or whatever, carry your phone on with the camera on, videoing the whole thing. As soon as you get into your apartment safely, delete the video. If you had any trouble along the way, save the video and upload it to your email or something, so you don't, like, if you email it to yourself, even if you delete it off your phone, it'll still be in your email. So, and it'll stay there forever until you might need it. So that's a real quick and easy. Or just upload it to Google Docs or Dropbox or whatever, and then delete it from your phone. I don't know, you guys might not have as many videos on your phone as I do, but I have to delete my videos regularly. So yeah, I think documenting everything is a good idea, and I think videoing everything is also a good idea. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Malta says, Angie, you are most welcome. I am pleased to support my fellow survivors and participate in these discussions. Malta, you just really make my day. I big hugs to you, my friend. Maria says, span fitness, yay! Hey, Maria Campaniani, welcome back. She says, started getting healthy physically was a catalyst for not accepting unhealthy and abusive behavior. Yes, indeed, my friend. Yes, indeed. It cannot hurt. And thank you. She said she sent a request. Okay, girl, we're in it. Piper says he's working a double. Oh, my kid's working. See, he needs to help pay the bills. That's okay. He's a grown-up now. I have to remind myself. Irish Indian says, I have to rewatch later. Had to switch my phone. Lines went down at work. Okay. Well, Irish Indian, I would be happy to have you scroll on back whenever you're ready, and happy that you came in so far. CCB says, should I talk to her or say something to show I'm not afraid? I guess I do prefer sucking up to her ego to feeling threatened. It's hard not to feel afraid. She's not an addict, but mentally ill. Pretty sure she would not attack. It's just really eerie. Okay. In that case, certainly you could suck up to the ego. Certainly you could make a point to say hello. Here's something to not show that you're not afraid. To show that you're not afraid, look her right in her eyeballs. And if you can't do that, look her right here on this spot or right here on this spot, because she can't tell the difference. Okay. And make sure that she sees you making eye contact. Make sure that you don't have a nervous posture. Stand up straight. Look her directly in her eyes. Remember some of the power poses I've talked about in videos before. Hands on hips, standing up straight. If you're walking past, just friendly, hey, how you doing? Keep going. As far as the ego goes, I mean, I don't know her personally, but certainly there are things you can say. I like the way you keep your apartment door so nice or whatever. Thanks for not stinking up the bathroom. No, I'm just kidding. Don't say that. But it is a little, it's scary, but isn't this the one that put her hands on you? Because that's really not okay. CCB, I don't know. Rick Mash says, Angie, if there is anything I can do to help with a fitness group, please let me know. I have a certification in sports nutrition and personal training. Hell yes, Rick Mash. Get over there and join the group, and I'll make you an admin, my friend. Yes, let's get you in there. Yes, you can absolutely help. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes. Hair changes color, says Maria. I agree. Back to respecting ourselves. Hell yeah. I'm in on that too. Literal Best says if you feel too anxious about calling the police on them, holding onto your arm, then at the very least start documenting things so you have things on record, but they should know it's not acceptable. I agree with that as well. Yes. Jennifer Barnes says to empathetic, I know it's not the same thing, but we are interested. Yes, we are interested. And we are all here for you as you go through this. That's right, empathetic. We will try to support you in every way that we can. Thank you so much, my love. Jennifer empathetic says, I know. That's why I love Angie. My pleasure, honey. And I love you back. Sue Gable says, CCB, don't know the backstory. I'm no expert, only my life experiences, but it sounds like PTSD is kicking in hard. Worried friend. P.S. That's a symbol for change, like my kid taught me. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Okay, you guys. CCB says, I bought secret recording devices. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm sure she would lie. I have no bruises, but if I did, she would be thrown out of the building. Okay. Well, look, this is what I'm saying. Carry that phone or that secret recording device with you every time you walk through the hallway, and then delete the video when you make it safely, if you don't make it safely. Because quite honestly, her seeing you recording her, like blatantly, did you ever, I watched some movie the other day, and there were these big bully people, and they were coming after these people, and the guy was like, oh my gosh, I can't, what was it? I don't know. They were trying to come after this guy and his friend, and the guy literally picked up his phone, and he turned on the camera, and he's like, and he was live broadcasting. Okay. Now, whether you're live broadcasting or not, guess what these people did? They turned around and they went the other way because they don't want to be in social media doing dumb stuff. Most intelligent people don't. And if she's not intelligent or sane enough to stop her behavior when you flash it right in her face, well, then you'll have it on film. So either way, you win a little bit, All right. Here's Jillian. Jillian says, Angie, my children make me nostalgic sometimes when they're not infuriating me. Girl, I feel you. I feel ya. All right, let's see. Now I lost. Oh, Andrea Saunders is back. Hi all, I'm back. I missed myself. I mean, I missed you all. I was reading two comments at once. Right. Okay. Donna Doherty says you are beautiful inside and out. I've looked to join the fitness group. Thank you, Donna. I don't use Facebook account my children created for me because I'm very private, so that may hinder me joining. Well, Donna, all you need to do is if you join, just send us a note that you are part of the, that you're Donna from YouTube, and then Angie said to send that note. But don't feel pressure about it. I don't want you to feel like you have to be on Facebook if that's not comfortable for you. So Jennifer says to Jessica, have you tried the gray rock method? Yeah, she said that those helped with her mom. Those techniques and setting boundaries and therapy helped with her mom. Yeah, absolutely, that can help. Denise Farmer says, I'm going. I have to chime in today. I'm on my way to the post office to send a certified letter for no trespassing per the police. Good for you. Good for you, Denise. Big hugs and support your way. All right. Body and Soul. Hey, Body and Soul. Welcome, welcome. She says, good morning, Angie and survivors. Okay, you guys, I am out of time. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It is... Oh, voice record is also good, Christy Piper. Christy Piper says, I just want to say this really quick because I don't want to... I think this is a great tip. Christy Piper, yeah, literal best, right? Live broadcasting, exactly. Christy Piper says, I would love to record my narc, but since I live with him, I'm afraid he'll break my phone if he sees me blatantly using the camera. Instead, I voice record everything. That's a start. You can even camera record, just just with strategic angling of the camera. But voice recording is really what you need, especially in these cases. It can help anyway. All right. Okay, so I'm wrapping up for now because I'm 35 minutes over my time, but I've really enjoyed talking with you guys today. I wanted to apologize again that I didn't make it in for my second Tuesday session. I usually come in at 1 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, and I didn't do that this week because I had a client in crisis, and I totally blanked on it. So I'm very sorry. I should have notified you beforehand, and I didn't know really how to. For some of you guys, I don't know how to reach you. So I will be here next week on Tuesday at 1 p.m., and I'll be here as always every Monday through Friday in the mornings. So I will keep this chat and I will read it back. So if you have things that you want to talk to me about, leave it here. I'll try to catch it. Thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. Thank you for letting me be a part of yours. It means so much to me. And I'm so happy to have this beautiful community tribe of survivors as part of my world. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so, so much. All right. Big hugs and love, you guys. I will see you later today for another video, and I will see you tomorrow morning for another live coffee break. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you soon.